Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to Live Talks Football and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are feeling well today. If you ask me as a Chelsea fan, I am nervous for tomorrow because this is your match preview for the 2023/2024 Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium, kicking off in a less than 24 hours' time. Chelsea versus Liverpool at Wembley Stadium. 90,000 fans. Half of them Chelsea fans, half Liverpool fans will be at the game and they'll be encouraging their team. Now, of course, when these two face each other, this time last 2 years ago, it ended in a nil-nil draw, and Liverpool won. I believe it was 11-10 on penalties. And yeah, I remember I went live, was it on my Instagram, and I did a reaction to it, and I was absolutely gutted, absolutely heartbroken and gutted because for me, yeah, Chelsea have scored 3 goals in the second half, but all of them were offside. But the one year where I thought the referee got wrong was Lukaku's goal because he looked to me was on. Now, of course, when Liverpool got that disallowed goal, I think it was from a set piece. Was it that Joe Gomez? Yeah, for me, it looked like to me it was on. But to me, I was absolutely gutted because even though that the referee ruined the game. Chelsea had the much better chances in that game. The likes of Mason Mount, not score, missing 1-on-1. Christian Pulisic hitting the post. We had so many chances here to kill that game off. And I do get why people were confused of why he took off Mendy and brought on Kepa. Listen, the reason why that is because Kepa, sometimes in penalty shootouts, he can be good, you know. But the reason why I brought him on is because he can save us the way he did against the likes of Villarreal and all that stuff. So I would have thought he's the savior. But unfortunately, his penalty went over the bar. And that's when Liverpool became the Carabao Cup winners in 2022. So, yeah, I was heartbroken by that one. But listen, we can only blame ourselves in that time. And yes, Thomas Tuchel's substitutions were a bit, like, say, weren't that great. But listen, it's the players that let me down, yeah, 2 years ago. Because if we would have taken a chance to put in the back of the net, there won't be any extra time. There won't be penalties, and I believe we would have won this game comfortably. In the full 90 minutes instead of extra time, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, but that's why I had the likes of Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, and all that stuff. But listen, this time we got players like Kunku, Sterling, you know, Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo, you know, Gusto, Petrovic. We've got players here that can really, really do much better. The only problem is that defensively we can be a bit shaky, but it's the clinical thing that I'm most frustrated about. Because if you watch the match reaction to Man City 1, Chelsea 1, I was blaming the reason why we didn't win that game is because I blame our attackers because they were the ones that frustrated me and Pochettino, but most our attackers. And listen, don't get me wrong. Defensively, we can be a bit shaky, but listen, it's more of our attacking yeah that gets me more frustrated because we are the first team we're first position yeah in the Premier League to have many more chances, like create some chances and then miss big chances. And that's why you don't see us scoring a lot of goals and don't killing teams off. Because that's because and the reason why I'm worried about this game and feeling nervous because we don't have any striker. You know, even on Kunku can do well as a false nine. To me, it's not really like a striker. And that's why I'm going to blame the recruitment team and Todd Bowley for not signing a striker in January. Because yes, you may get 12 per FFP, but just sign one striker and a left back as well. Because if Chilwell gets injured, do we can I trust Cole to play in that position? No, because Ian Match has gone to Dortmund and he's doing well, and Kukwe is injured. So that's why I think the owners in the summer transfer window need to sign a striker and maybe another left back. Because if we don't do that, there's going to be the same old Chelsea. I ain't going to prove in the a table. So that's why I'm feeling worried. But listen, defensively, I feel like we can cause Liverpool problems, you know. But the reason why, another reason I'm feeling nervous, because not only can we, if we can Chelsea be clinical in tomorrow's game, the other one is the setup. It's how we set up will determine how the results will end. If Pochettino sets up the way he did against Liverpool, not allowing Chilwell and Gusto to overlap and to allow Caicedo to be a lone DM like a number six and allow Enzo to be a high up the pitch, then I thought we're going to get battered. Even though it's a final, I feel like we're going to get battered. If he sets up like that, we're going to probably lose like 4-1 again. But if he steps up the way he did against Aston Villa away, Crystal Palace away, and particularly Man City away, which that game was difficult, then I see us getting a result. And maybe Chelsea perhaps winning on penalties, while I could be wrong. But maybe the full 90 minutes, if we can set up the way we did against Man City and just be more clinical, then I believe we'll win this game. So to me, tomorrow's game will determine, if I see Enzo and Caicedo close to each other, or if I see Caicedo being a lone DM, it's the setup. So that's why to me that Pochettino needs to get it right. And I did hear that Thiago Silva fit for this game, but to me that should never, ever happen. Because this guy is out of his legs. He should retire from football because he's going to be 40 this year. 40. So that's why, yes, Thiago Silva, has experience in the final, has won something, but to me, cannot start tomorrow's game. Honestly, the same partnership as the Man City game, because both they were absolutely fantastic. Best performance Axel Disasi, man of the match. Colwell looked really good against Manchester City. I need to see that same partnership. But not only that, honestly, Enzo and Caicedo close to each other, Ben Chilwell and Gusto overlapping, Conor Gallagher. I mean, yeah, the Man City game looked really good, but let's see if he can do the same thing against Liverpool. On Cole Palmer to be on the right hand side, instead of a false nine, Jackson to play on the left, and Nkunku up top. Now, when I went on my group chat, many people liked my lineup, but one person, told me that he's afraid that Son is going to start. So it's either Kunku or Jai's going to be bench. And when I saw that, I thought to myself, what, that's true, because Pochettino still doesn't know his starting 11. Now, to me, I'm going to show you my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game, but I'm also going to tell you what I think Pochettino will do, will put up for tomorrow's game. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. But yeah, listen, this tomorrow's game, I need to see the same performance, but much clinical, like we should have done against Manchester City. The performance against City, I need to see the same thing. And Pochettino, you can only go to a back five if we're 2-0 or 3-0 up. You cannot do that when we're 1-0 up. Because if you do that, that means you allow Liverpool to create more chances and they're more likely to score. So to me, if we're like 2-0, 3-0 up in the second half, and let's say there's like 20 or 50 minutes to go, then you can go to a back five. Then you can do that. But don't do that when we're 1-0 up. Because you're bottled like you did against Manchester City. And in that game, we were lucky to get a draw. Because Erling Haaland, 2 click-out chances and just missed them. Kevin De Bruyne, what he scored, deflected goal. So that's why I think Pochettino needs to have a much better setup, his game management, and his substitutions, and needs to do it in the right place at the right time. He cannot bottle this one, because this is his chance to win a trophy for the first time in England. Because he didn't do this for Tottenham. Every time he goes to finals, he just bottles it. So I really hope he doesn't do this one. And if he does win a trophy, and if he even wins the FA Cup as well, then I'll hold my hands up and say, you know what, Pochettino, fair play. You proved me wrong. You've won trophies, and you put Chelsea into the Europa League. You know. But if he bottles the Carabao Cup, and if we don't win the FA Cup, then I want him gone. Because I cannot see because I cannot allow Chelsea, yeah, to go to another season without Europe. Because I can't remember the last time when Chelsea went back to back, seasons without playing in Europe. I can't remember. So Pochettino needs. This is your time to shine. This is your time to prove to Tottenham um, why this your time to prove to Chelsea why they're the third biggest club in the world over the last 20 years, and why Tottenham are a cursed team. That's what I want Pochettino to do tomorrow. I want Pochettino to win a trophy so that Spurs fans can understand that their club is cursed. Yeah, from managers to players, their club is cursed because they don't win anything. So Pochettino, get it right. But not only you, I want the players to step up. Do that same performance as you did against Manchester City. But the forwards, yeah, either Sterling, Cole Palmer, Conor Gallagher, or Jackson or Nkunku, whoever starts this game in the penalty in Liverpool's box, be more clinical. Take your shot for the first time, and then you'll see if the ball's going to go back of the net or not. Don't take too long, because if you do, you're most likely to slip, or Liverpool's defense will just keep onto the ball. If you get what I mean. So I want every single player out there, from goalkeeper to the forwards, to really step up. And for me, yeah, the only way I see Chelsea like getting a result is that if we allow Liverpool to dominate the ball, have them all the ball, and they hit them on a counter attack, that's one thing for me that will get to a result. Like we did against Man City, we allowed them to dominate us, but the reason why we scored that goal is because it came on a counter attack over that right hand side. So if we can allow Liverpool to dominate and have the ball and then just hit them on a counter attack, then I believe we'll get a chance of winning this competition. But if we dominate the ball and Liverpool go on the counter attack, I feel like they will have a chance of doing it. So if I was a manager here, I'll be saying to the players, you know what? Allow Liverpool to dominate the ball like we did against Man City. But if you want to be more threatening, let's just counter attack them. Just win the ball, go counter attacking, and make sure we put in above the net. Because if we can do that, then I feel like we can have a chance. But if we dominate the ball, and allow Liverpool to go on the counter attack, I'll be worried in that game tomorrow. So if I was a Chelsea manager or a player, I'll be saying to myself, you know what? Let's allow Liverpool to dominate the ball and they'll hit them on a counter attack. Then we can punish them. Because that's the only way for it to happen. 1 second, guys. So yeah. Because if we create chances, if we dominate and creating chances, but kind of put them above the net, then Liverpool will punish us. Whereas the Liverpool be wasteful in front of goal, and then we took our chance and be more clinical, then I think we'll win. So tomorrow's game, honestly, the setup, the game against Man City, all of them doing what they did against Man City, better game management, better substitution, right place, right time, and just the tactics as well, if you know what I mean. So I want to see that everything for tomorrow, and it's as simple as that. Now, and of course, we have to win this game because we could be the first club, yeah, in history to go to 6 Wembley finals and to lose. Because the last time we've won a game at Wembley was in 2018. That's when we faced Man United in the FA Cup under Antonio Conte and beat them 1-0. That was the last time. It's getting close to 6 years now. And in those same games, yeah, we had referees go against us and we had games where we weren't clinical. So tomorrow's game, honestly, is more clinical, and I want to see, and I don't want to be blaming the referees in this game, because this could be like the FA Cup game against Arsenal and 2 years ago against Liverpool. So I want these players to really step up, and the manager as well, because I don't want to be making excuses of why we didn't win the game. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. So there we go. So yeah, after that win against Man United in 2018, we lost against Man City, we lost against Arsenal, we lost against Leicester City. We've lost against Liverpool in the FA Cup and in the Carabao Cup. 5 times we've lost at Wembley. We cannot make it 6 because that could be the record broken and we could be a bottle job like Pochettino was for Tottenham. So I don't want to see that happening. I want to get revenge on Liverpool, and I want that Wembley Curse to be broken tomorrow when the final whistle is over. That is what I want to see. So that's why I'm not. I don't. I know that the players and the managers are watching, but if you are watching this video, step up, perform, be be clinical, allow Liverpool to dominate and hit on the counter attack. Better set up, better structure, better game management, better subs, better everything because this is the chance here for the young players to lift the trophy and to give them more confidence every going to season and allow Todd Bowley to just be happy because he's going to be at the game. He's going to be at the game. So if you want to make Todd Bowley ease off the pressure, and the same goes for Pochettino, perform like you did against City and just be more clinical in the final third if you can. But put in that same performance as you did against City, because that's the only way I can just say good performance. Every player did well, and all that stuff. But if I see the same performance against Liverpool at Anfield, that I'm going to be blaming Poch and the players. Even though this is a final, we cannot do what we did against Anfield because that was the worst performance of the season. Worst. And it could have been more than 4 goals. That's why it was worst performance of the season. So I don't want to see that happening again. I really don't. So players and the manager step up tomorrow. There's a big game, and I want to see a trophy at Wembley because I want that thing to be cursed. I want it to be cursed because I did a live watch along for the Wembleys. Liverpool lost, heartbroken. Carabao Cup as well, lost. Leicester City, Arsenal, all of that. You know, and I'd be watching them games before I did my YouTube, and I was heartbroken. So I don't want to see that tomorrow. I really don't. It's as simple as that. All right, guys. So that is the part for this video. Now it's time to move on into my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. So my starting 11 is going to be a 4-2-3-1. So in goal, I'm going to go for Petrovic because didn't do any. I mean, he only had to make one save in the Man City game. Of course, he did concede a goal, but he deflected, so he cannot do anything. But for me, even though I'm hearing that Robert Sanchez is going to start this game, for me, it's going to be Petrovic. Because because his distribution can be a bit off, but can make some big saves, and he controlled the ball, catches it very well. And I and when and he, and plus, when we concede goals, I blame more defense than him. So that's why for me, Petrovic has got to start in goal. In terms of the back four, I'm going to keep it the same as the Man City game. Ben Chilwell, left back, Gusto, right back. The two centre backs of Liwa Cole on the left and Desarci on the right. Because all four of them were really, really good. We didn't get battered. We only conceded one. And every defender out there was defending their lives. And yes, even though Desarci got deflected goal, you know, he tried to keep that one out. But for me, I cannot blame Desarci of why we've lost. I have to blame our forwards and Pochettino as well for putting the back five, you know what I mean. So yeah, the back four, keep it the same. Ben Chilwell, Colwell, Desarci, and Gusto. In terms of the two pivot, Enzo and Caicedo. Like I said before, I never want to see Caicedo all by himself as a lone DM because he's not. I want to see him alongside Enzo because when these two play close to each other, they win balls back. Yes, they can make silly fouls and that, but they can also make great passes as well. So I want to see Enzo and Caicedo close to each other, if you know what I mean. I want to see the way they did against Aston Villa, you know, um, Man City and Crystal Palace in the second half, because that's going to be the key battle, the midfield. Enzo up against, Sobosa and all that stuff, and Caicedo up against Endo. So that midfield is going to be key. It really is going to be key. So that's why I want to see Enzo and Caicedo close to each other. It's as simple as that. Now, like I said before, Nicholas Jackson to play on the left wing, even though I have a feeling that Sterling could start. So it looks like to me that Jackson could be playing up top and Sterling to play on the left wing since he scored that goal. But to me, he wasn't particularly that great against Man City, even though he scored that goal, because he means barely chances, if you know what I mean. So for me, I like to see Nicholas Jackson on the left. On the right, Palmer, because the false nine doesn't work for him. Either you play him as a number 10 or as a white winger. So to me, since Conor Gallagher is doing well in big games, that's why I want him to be as a number 10 and Palmer to be on the white, if you know what I mean. Of course, Madueke, you know, got dropped in 2 games because he wasn't particularly that great. I mean, the Aston Villa game, don't get me wrong, it was good. But then the Crystal Palace game, he was shocking. He really was shocking. So that's why I'm going to drop him and put Palmer up top. Now, in terms of the false nine, I have to go for Nkunku, because I know he can do sometimes well off the bench, but for me, we have to go to like a proper striker. David Fofana is on loan to Burnley. Who else? Um, um, Amanda Bolshow is on to Fulham, and we didn't sign any striker in the summer transfer window and in January as well. So that's why I think for me that Christopher Nkunku has to be playing up top, even though I feel like Jackson would be playing up there. But Christopher Nkunku is all we got. It really is all we got. So that's all I got to say on that one. So yeah. So that's my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. Let me know in the comments down below what you agree with this girl and any of my ones. So that is my predicted lineup. All right, so time for predictions. Now, the reason why it's so hard for me to predict is because, like I said before, it's the setup. When he set up the game against Manchester City, or when he set up the way that we got battered by Liverpool at Anfield, that's why I'm just so difficult to predict. But listen, I'm a Chelsea fan. I have to back my team. So for this game tomorrow, I feel like there will be goals. So that's why I'm gonna go for 1-1 because we're the home team, even though it's at Wembley. And fingers crossed, Chelsea to either win at extra time or at penalties. Because I know the last time we went to penalties and it wasn't particularly that great, but we do have some really good penalty takers, the likes of Enzo, Palmer, Jackson, who else? Conor Gallagher, even Petrovic, making saves for the Newcastle game. So that gives me hope. But I just really hope it doesn't happen because when it comes to penalties, my body's shaking, my heart is beating, I'm starting to sweat it, like you know what I mean. So really hope it doesn't go to penalties. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna back my team. So 1-1 draw and Chelsea to either win at extra time or at penalties. So that's gonna be my prediction for tomorrow's game. So we should wait and see. But it all depends on the setup. That's what I'm going to say on that one. So that's why it's going to be so hard for me to predict who's going to win this final. Is it going to be Chelsea or Liverpool? Because Chelsea, for me, are the underdogs and Liverpool are the favourites because the table don't lie. Right now, we're 10th, Liverpool in first, So, and plus, they can have a chance to win the quadruple because they're first place in the Premier League, like I said. They're in the Carabao Cup final, they're in the FA Cup fifth round, and they're the Europa League round of 16. So that's why I think Liverpool are favourites going into this game. So, but let's just hope the underdogs can get revenge and break that Wembley curse. So that's what I'm hoping for tomorrow's game. So there we go. So come on, Chelsea, come on, you Blues. Let's just break that curse and get revenge on Liverpool. So there we go. All right, guys. So that is it. That is it for this video, for the predictions, for the previewing, for the predicting lineup and all that stuff. So let me know in the comments down below and where you agree with this group. Anything I said in this video, give me your analysis on what you think. And what if you disagree on everything, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll react to them as soon as I can. Don't forget, to less than 24 hours, I will be live on my channel at 2:30 p.m. to do a live watch along because this is a final and I'm gonna go 30 minutes before the kickoff because the kickoff is at 3 o'clock. Not sure why, but that's how they did it. And I'm gonna be live at 2:30. So make sure you guys don't miss any of that one. And if you don't miss that live stream, if you are a regular, hit that bonus notification and also share this video and this live watch along to everybody so that everyone can come along and watch this game with we. Whether you're a Chelsea fan, Liverpool fan, or Wyvern fan, you are welcome to come along anytime you like. And also, if you share this video to everybody, and if they haven't subscribed, make sure you tell them to hit the subscribe button. Share, like, and hit the bonus notification. Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna miss my reactions to the game and also the live and watching on this one. So you guys don't miss any of that one. I'm feeling nervous, but I'm gonna back my team, and let's just hope we can get revenge against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final in less than 24 hours time. So there we go. All right, guys. So have a great day. Enjoy the rest of Saturday. See you guys tomorrow. Feeling nervous, but come on, you Blues. Let's do this. Take care, guys. Goodbye. God bless. Catch you guys again soon. Love you all. Big up your damn self. I'm out of here. Peace.